Hi, everybody, it's me, Mark, with Mark's Issues with Archie Comics. Today I'll be taking the Friday comic book challenge put out by Alan at Comic Collector Geek. Today's challenge is 10 comic books that you're thankful for. But before I get into the comics here, I want everyone to know how thankful I am for this community. For my subscribers, for my viewers, uh, for the community itself. Alan and Steven from the Comic Collector Geeks Monday Hangout and the Friday Night Hangout. Matt from Matt Likes Comics. Nate and the FOMO Squad. Robbie Josephs. Deadman Comics. Comic Pulls. Chonko Comics and Nerd Culture, Rich from Big Nasty, all of you. Um, in my later years here, it's been getting harder and harder to get stuff done. Um, my kids have grown; they've left the house. My wife passed away 3 years ago next month, and I made myself kind of a recluse. And with my health issues, it's been really hard for me to get out and do the comic book stores. And I used to do the comic book stores a lot. I mean, we'd go on Monday to hang out. We would go on Wednesday for the new books. Friday was gaming night, whether it be, Star Wars minis or D&D or Versus or Magic or whatever it was at the time. And then, of course, with the kids on the weekends, Saturday, Sunday, we were there both days. Um, and it's really been hard. I've kind of felt like I've been disconnected from the world. But through the this YouTube community that I'm part of now, I feel I live my life vicariously through all your channels. And though I haven't really met many of you in person, I feel that you are friends, and I really appreciate everything that's going on here with your channels and the interaction I get with everybody. Um, but let's get on with the books. And to start us out, I have Archie Spell Jughead, number 84. I'm thankful for this one. It's the first appearance of Big Ethel. It's not an expensive book. None of these books are going to be expensive. I don't have Action Comics number 1. I wasn't that guy that bought the Superman number 1. I don't have, Detective 27. These are just books I'm happy to have. This was put out in February 1962, and it's a Sam Schwartz cover. And it's Big Ethel's first appearance, and I think she's a major character in the Archie universe. She's always there, with the gang, whether she's the butt of the joke or she is the punchline of the joke. She takes everything with stride, and that's what I need to do. Learn to take things with stride. The next one I have here is Archie's TV Laugh Out, number 10. This is the bathing suit cover. This book, again, it's kind of hard to find. The cover pretty much tells you why it's hard to find. In decent condition for a decent price. And I'm thankful I got this one. This actually came from Chris at Comic Book Pulls. That's another channel that I watch and I enjoy, and we've made friends. We started on just chatting on Facebook, and we've kind of become friends over that. The next one I have is The Fury of Firestorm, the Nuclear Man. Oh, let me go back one. I'm sorry. This came out in 1969, and it's a Dan DeCarlo cover. I'm trying to include that kind of information because a lot of people have been asking, so I'm going to start putting that kind of stuff out. This is The Fury of Firestorm 61. This is the Superman Comics test logo. This came out in July of 1987, and the cover artist is Bruzowski. This was a very limited test cover that they did. I think it was Northern California, Colorado, and Michigan are the only states that supposedly got this book. So it's pretty cool. It was hard to get back in the day, and this is actually part of my original DC comic collection that got washed away with Hurricane Charlie. So it's kind of neat to still have at least one of those books. The next one I have is Betty and Me #1. This came out in 1965. Again, it's a Dan DeCarlo cover. And just look at the face on Betty. She's so smug. She says, "Archie, why are you spending so much time with Betty?" And he's like, "She's standing on my flippers." Look at her face. She's so smug. She knows what she's doing. Again, I'm thankful for this one. It's a hard to find book in good condition at a good price. Let's see. The next one I have here is Josie and the Pussycats #45. This is the first appearance of Josie and the Pussycats as a band. And it is the first appearance of Valerie. And believe it or not, I found this in a clearance bin. So I'm very thankful for that, because it does get to be a little bit pricey. And the next one I have, there we go, is She's Josie #7. This one came out in 1964. And this is the first appearance of Alexandra, as you can see on my wall behind me. Alexandra is one of my favorite Archie characters. So I was happy to find this one. This is actually the only one I've ever seen. So that tells you it's a little bit hard to find. The next one I have here is Archie and His Pals #23. There we go. This one came out in 1962. It's a Sam Schwartz cover. And this is the first appearance of Josie and Melody from the Pussycats and Pepper. And the next one I have here is, it's not really a comic book, it's a fanzine. The Best of Betty and Veronica Summer Fun. This one is, it's really cool. It's got like cool articles in it. The reason I'm thankful for this one is it actually has a Dan DeCarlo autograph inside of it. Not sure of the year. I'll open it up real quick and see what it says. It has a published 1991. There's the Dan DeCarlo signature. So that's a really cool book. The next one I have is my Betty and Veronica Friends Forever Fairy Tales #1. It's really hard to show this one without getting glare because it's CGC'd in the case. The reason I'm thankful for this one, it's a 10 Gen Mint. And those are very rare to come by, so I was very thankful when I got this one as a 10. It's pretty cool. Let's see. The last one I have here is Firestorm, the Nuclear Man. This came out in March of 1978. Let me take it out so it's not shiny. Firestorm was my first superhero collector hero or book. I mean, I did get books when I was a kid, but those were usually on road trips, like the Whitman sampler packs and the three books in a poly bag at the gas stations and whatnot. This one's really cool. Actually, let me take it out of the case. It's a cool magnetic case. You can take it out. Again, this is the book. Like I said, Firestorm was my first superhero. My first book that I actually collected. I got him through the first 5 issues there. Then I believe he jumped to Flash. Then he jumped to Justice League of America. And then he got back into his own title with Fury of Firestorm. That book is also part of the IRS collection. If you're not familiar with that, the IRS collection, a guy was working for the Tax Revenue Service in the state of Colorado, and he was making fraudulent checks for people that had passed away or moved out of the state, getting those checks sent to him at an address that he controlled, and then signing those checks over to various people to acquire more books for his comic book collection. He eventually got caught and all that stuff. He probably went to jail or whatnot. But it's also part of the Mile High 2 collection. And that is the reason I have it in this magnetic holder instead of a CGC folder, because I can't remember why, but CGC, when I last talked to their representative, had informed me that they either don't recognize the IRS collection or they don't recognize the Mile High 2 collection. So they wouldn't have been able to grade it as a double, the two things that it came from. And that's my collection list. Again, thank you to all my viewers. If you made it this far, please find my channel, like, subscribe, and share it. And I hope everyone has a great and wonderful Thanksgiving. And I will talk to you later. Thanks. Goodbye.